An Averb interview is something I feel like everybody needs in their life at least
Bro,
once every 6 months.
I've been thinking about whether my battle rap is gonna write myself into retardation for the last 20 minutes.
Nigga said, "Yo, football players play the game for years, and you see what happens to them. You think you coming up with all them rhymes, you're gonna stay regular?
This man said using your brain is gonna is gonna fuck your brain up. What's popping with you,
Oh
man?
my
My God,
god, nah,
I look so zoomed in on your thing.
yeah. Aside from that, nah, I'm great, man. How you feeling? What's going on?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain, bro. Hot as a bitch out here in Florida. I heard it's crazy out in New York
Nah, I
too,
was
though,
just
right?
about to say, yeah, it's like 95 out there.
Yeah, I heard y'all getting smacked around, man. But yeah, other than that, man, just enjoying myself.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Your last battle, Chiller on URL, right?
Yeah,
Did that
yeah,
drop?
chill.
That dropped on the app yet?
Nah, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to drop. I think it's one of the. Man, I think it's just me and maybe one more battle from that night that hasn't dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that one to drop.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see that. From the clip I seen, that was the your intro was golden. Like yo, I've said
Oh, you talking
right.
about the one that? Yeah, yeah, the intro
Yeah,
into the third, man. Yeah,
yeah. Like one day, I feel like we gotta break down. Like we do it with Champion of the Year, but it's kind of vague. When we get specific, like into subcategories and all that, I feel like you definitely would be somebody number one because the Columbine joint with Suge. Like you got a lot of
oh, dude, I am the best round starter ever, man.
yeah. You got
Bro,
great round starters for sure.
I
I
have
give you that.
so many crazy openers. Yeah, I have like a habit of doing that. If I could just write every every single bar after that as if I'm starting a round, I'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, yo, and what's so crazy for me is that I always have trouble starting around because my
Do
thoughts be
you
so yeah, my thoughts be so scrambled. So I would definitely not put myself in that category because I at
in
some
the
points I just get lazy and just be like, all right, well, I'm
in
just
the
gonna
sense
start.
of how people react to your setup or the actual like getting the first bar on paper? Because I always have trouble starting a round too. You don't think you land on the beginning of rounds?
Oh no, absolutely, yeah, I definitely my four is usually landing around. I always
Right.
from the beginning of me battle rapping, I always felt like that's the tone. When your first four
Yeah.
to eight don't rock, you in for a long night. But I'm just saying
Right.
when I'm creating, like you know how like you'll use
Oh
the
yeah.
Columbine situation or you know what I mean,
Hmm.
just coming up with the joke with you and Chiller. Like me, I overthink a
Yeah.
lot. So if I thought of that, I probably would be like, do I want to make them laugh right away? Like, know what I mean? So
Right. Right. Right.
yeah, I feel like the execution with that be golden.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I mean, I fight with myself on like just about everything. The intros are probably one of the hardest, but I feel sometimes I feel like my first thoughts towards a battle always have like the most potent shit. I try to take advantage of like my first thoughts towards my opponent because I always feel like the hardest shit um gets produced in like the very beginning and then towards the end. So if I could get the intro in the beginning, when I start thinking of shit right away, yeah, I'm good to go. I always have a banger to start around.
Nah, that's a nah. I like I said, whenever that day comes with the subcategories, I definitely vote in you number one. Um,
Fact.
I got I got an idea. You have a first. Let me ask you: do you have an idea who you want to battle next?
Yeah, I want Nunn, man.
Yo, I was see.
I want Nunn.
That's
He's
the same.
advancing too much as a fellow sheet of loose leaf paper. I think he's getting too comfortable, and I have to bring him down a notch, man.
Yeah, you and Nunn. I don't know why. I want to see Nunn and Sick as well.
Yeah, that would actually be a good one too. Yeah, that would be a good one too. Anyone that looks like me basically would probably be a good battle for Nunn. But I want yeah, I want that smoke, man. You know, I feel like there comes a time where I support someone so much that when they get to a place that I feel like they deserve to get to, I almost get an interest in them when it comes to battling them as competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like you know, such a the drugs battle came from me being such a fan of him and fucking with him and felt like it was the right time and he, you know, stuff like that and even the sick battle I felt like it was the right time for that. And yeah, this is like kind of the same thing. It's funny because that was actually supposed to be my first battle in URL 7 years ago. It was supposed to be Nunn.
Wow, wow, that's
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
so
y'all came from the same class, right?
same day, man. Yeah. We were on the
Oh, so
same.
that
Me, Av, and Nunn started on really. I think Av had a PG before that didn't really get dropped or something. I think he like messed up in his first like attempt at URL.
yeah,
But yeah, me, Nunn, and Av basically started our careers the same day. Yeah, because Nunn battled Av on the same night that I battled Haitian in my first battle.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I remember that.
yeah,
So that's like uh, it's at first I didn't even process that y'all did come from the same class. So that's like a backstory in
yeah.
itself for y'all two to battle.
Right.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like the progression that Nunn has, I feel like, you know what I mean, the Danny Myers battle was a battle I wanted to see um
Yeah.
him being. And then I feel like, you know what I mean, with your lyrical ability. Like I also feel like too when you're reaching that rise of becoming a star and you have to go on the gnomes and the summer madnesses. People don't
Right.
know also the challenge comes into with yourself when you're hearing people tell you like, oh, well, you know what I mean, because you're battling this person, you gotta dumb yourself down or you gotta cater this way because their style is this way. So I feel like
Mm.
before Nunn gets put in one of those situations, I would rather him, you know what I mean, deal with the test of people that are gonna push him, you know what I mean, on that
Right.
lyrical level. Like, you know what I mean, you, Danny, Sick,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, those type of battles. So that's why I'm like, just from somebody being a spectator, like I would
Right.
after you, I would probably want to see him and Sick go at it.
Yeah, and he did good versus Danny, man. I actually thought he
Yeah,
won that battle, dude. I looked at Nunn as what he seemed like the more comfortable guy on that stage. His rounds were more tailored for a big room. He was much cleaner. Danny was kind of all over the place at times. So for his first performance, yeah, I thought he did. I thought he did dope. I also think while I push for him and I fuck with him. I think his shit could hit a little harder as far as the way he writes bars, but like he's gotten he's got enough to get himself to the dance and finally get himself in a solid position. And yeah, man, I'm certainly a test for just about anybody. So I want to see where Nunn stands against me.
for sure, for sure. Um, what I was about to ask you next, I was gonna ask you, being that I battled, you watch Real Sick come up.
Yeah.
You guys wound up battling when he got there. What do you feel like? Because I feel like the Real Sick that I seen, um, from the beginning into now, even Kayshawn is a legend. So regardless of that
Boy.
situation, yeah,
Yeah.
regardless of that situation,
It's
I feel
nothing to
like the
do about that.
progression, even when I seen him against Stumbles with all the new things he added, like what do you feel about like Six progression in terms of a battle rapper? And then I'll go into what I was about to say next.
Yeah, I think what's crazy about Sick, and I'll speak on the Shine situation. That battle was very much his his Mike P versus Daylight moment, his Lou Castro versus Charlie Clips. There's certain battles where the object of the battle is to kind of just see where you stand against somebody that's really just supposed to beat you that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not, you couldn't have that, even though battle rap is very what have you done for me lately. So that I saw a lot of people saying that Sick was gonna murder Shine and like all this crazy stuff. But what happened was basically supposed to happen. Real Sick kept it competitive at certain times. He had really dope moments. You know what I'm saying? Like he did exactly what he had to do. His progression has been crazy, man. A lot of people that come from iBattle, and I even think his style alone that tends to not be favorable, like in quotes, like on the URL, and it has, man, it has. So he's
Yeah.
had a lot of backing and he's had a lot of progression as well, man. As long as you're able to, step outside of yourself and filter out the good and the bad in certain performances, man. I think Sick is in he's forever going to be in a good position, as long as he could, maintain that.
Yeah, definitely. For me, my thing, what I was going to get into next is being that you said that because you hit it on the head when you said, you didn't see his style. You didn't see his styles like just being, you know what I mean, favorable on a league like URL,
Yeah.
and it has. I feel like when you have that style, when you have a style like B Dot or a style like Real Sick,
Mm.
being that that's not even yourself being that that's not the
Right.
predominant thing that's spoken about on this league. You kind of gotta keep yourself. You kind of gotta keep yourself. I want to say like preserved because if they see it
Right.
too much, it's gonna become redundant to them, and it's not what they're really. I mean, into like I feel like now the problem with Sick is like they're seeing you too much, so now they're not appreciating. I mean,
Right. I think you know what it is. I think it's a balance of it's a little bit of that, and then a little bit of what you had first started out saying with being repetitive in certain ways. I think there are moments in my career, even the last couple of years, where I kind of have to step back and go, well, is it the bullshit as to why I haven't been getting favored or like winning battles to the internet, or actually maybe it's something that I have to do in my style. And when I battled Chilla, I reverted back to a certain type of way that I used to battle, kind of like what got me to the dance. And it worked out very well. It was a great battle versus Chilla Jones. So while Sick did his thing, I do think he will have to step back and think about going outside the box, man.
yeah,
Every battler has their bread and butter, but eventually that it gets a little stale, almost literally in real time as battles progress. When the first round sounds like the second round sounds like the third, and they're all the same thing, there has to be certain ways. I think he has implemented more haymakers into his game for sure. Like Real Sick lands more bombs than he used to. It was more like imagery than it was like landing bars. But yeah, I think he's eventually going to have to step outside the box and take risks, man. High risk, high reward. All of my biggest moments have been times where I go, all right, let me do what I don't usually do. Let me see. Let me fuck around with this. Let me try this. Let me impersonate this voice. Has this ever been done? Has this format ever been? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And it'll sound like a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh air to that's if he
yeah.
doesn't write himself into retardation like Verb said. So keep the concentration at a low, don't try too hard. But yeah, but he's set, dude. He's fine. He's fine. We
Yeah,
all
for
got to step it up at some point. I'm sure that I think there's no way that Real Sick didn't sit down that day after K Shine and go, there's some things I could work on, right? I mean, there was nothing you could do about that, right? Like that's the equivalent to like my fucking Kichi battle. It's like soon as your opponent raps,
yeah.
it's over, and you just gotta go uphill, do what you gotta do, get your raps, get out of there. But I'm sure there's a drawing board that he's gone back to, and we'll probably see it in the next performance.
100%. The only other thing I was gonna say was it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say that because with the time that he's been given on this run, like he battled me December 18th, I believe. Then he
Yeah,
battled JC like with 7 days
right,
notice. Then he
right.
who else did he battle? Somebody else. Then he was in the tournament back to back. So and then he didn't have
Yeah,
that much time with Sean. He says so. It's like he's just
yeah.
going. When I think like right now, like I try to tell people it's a high. Like when that money starts coming fast and your
Woo!
popularity goes up,
Yeah,
you off to
yeah,
the races. But I feel like at some point you gotta just like right now is the best time. You know what I mean? This loss,
yeah,
it's a loss. But you know what I mean? It's even a video with Sean telling him he got nothing to put his head down about. So he's still in a great space. But
yeah.
this next one has to be special. So you know
I
what I
like
mean?
the
He
sound of
said
that.
he wanted 30 days or more. Cause I just seen him. He was just on my wrestling podcast. So he said
Nice.
he wants 30 days or more. So I feel like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
30
once
days is good. Yeah. 30 days is enough. 30 days is more than
yo
enough.
yo for certain people 30 days is not a lot of time. So it's like for the
That is
fact that he
true.
even
Yeah.
I mean says that is there.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Shout out to
Dior
Sick,
ski
man.
mask, what you talking about? Oh, you talking about that moment when I did that? Oh yeah, I guess somebody ran over and told Easy me and Verb was well Verb was asking the questions, but I was saying he can't rock with me. He's alive right now. He's losing his mind. I heard he'll be alright. He can't fuck with me though. He'll be alright.
I love how you said in it how he gets too emotional and
Yeah,
he goes,
but I call yo. See, that's the thing. People don't know once like that's the thing with me, Mike, and I'm pretty sure you the same way. Being the Aries, it's just a
Yeah.
second nature thing I don't like to do. I study everyone I'm around, so I already
Oh,
know.
100%.
Yeah, I
It's a
know triggers.
terrible.
I know. So I'm once I seen him like that, I'm like, you can't beat me in a battle because I already know how to push a button. So at this point, it's
Right.
not even about that. It's like just if plus I'm skillful, so I know how to, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, make him a
Yeah.
vending machine. But he'll be alright. He's good. He's doing his thing right now.
Well, no, 100. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's doing. He's on a wild run.
Yeah,
But,
for
but
sure.
all runs come to an end. You know what I mean? You could only defy the battle rap law for so long
Yeah.
before it's just not your night. You
Yeah,
know?
and that's what people are getting confused. Like I'm not hating shit. If
Yeah.
people could rock with him and he can go 50 and 0 on the app, by all means do so. I'm just saying I've
Right.
been around in this shit for so long, knowing
Uh huh.
certain times it takes longer than others, but eventually, you know what I mean. They just we've all seen this happen to me and you, Mike. We'll literally go in there and do the same thing they love us for, and then that next night they'll come back and be like, "Oh well, I don't like that no more. Do something else. This is boring.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
What are you
one
doing?"
hundred percent. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, I mean to think that you're untouchable from that, no,
No, but I think he
no, no
more
matter
so. I
who
think
you
he. I
are.
think he more so feels like as long as he's on his A game, it won't happen. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. Like it's a such thing as people. Like to me, I feel like my best analogy is battle rap is an underdog sport. So when you come
Right,
in and they get to see you from the bottom, they want to be a part of your rise, your success. So we
yeah,
are part of it. We push this guy. We help him get there. The moment you
right,
get there, then they go from yo, we want to see this guy rise to now we want to see him fall because now they found this emotional attachment to somebody else. So
yeah.
it
You don't want
really
to
has
see
nothing to do with
people.
what you're doing. Like that's all I'm trying to say. Now, of course, I'm not
Dude,
saying it. I'm not saying it in this nicest way as I'm saying it to you because he's talking shit to me. But
of
that's the
course,
logistics of it.
but
Like,
can I zoom in on what you just said? It
yeah,
has sometimes it has nothing to do with what you do. A
yeah,
lot of people don't understand that in battle rap. A lot of people don't understand that you could walk into a venue with your A game and it is already pre-scripted off the energy alone that the crowd is going to call it a C game. Or there's a week or that you posted something on social media and people don't fuck with you, and now the bars that that would have got crazy reaction ain't getting that much reaction because people don't fuck with you on the outside. Like there
yeah,
can easily be a situation where Easy comes in with incredible material and an incredible performance and it doesn't get received well. That's it. Does it mean that it's a bad performance? No, but that's just how the game goes. That's just how the game goes. So yeah, I mean, defying the laws of battle rap for sure, special run. But at any given point, it's not just a Charlie Clips. It's not a DNA, dude.
yeah.
He could go to Joe Schmo League and lose to a fucking mid tier dude. Like that's just how battle rap is. So you know,
No,
people do.
absolutely. Like, but you know how it goes when the coach is riding behind you. Everything that you say is like,
Oh, you don't touch. Yeah, you don't talk about when people
yeah,
are white hot. You don't. You do
yeah. You
not
don't
talk.
you don't speak on them unless
No.
you're ready to deal with yo.
The
You're a hater. You
second
want to
you
see him fall.
go, the
Yeah,
second when you a lot of people don't realize when you tweet out, I want that, blah 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 smoke. If that guy is popping right now, you are literally asking for the comment section to be filled with everyone that doesn't think you're gonna win.
yeah, for
that's
sure,
that's
for
how
sure.
it goes, right? So you have to like be careful, but that's how we used to bait for battles. You know what I mean? It used to be like most of the fans were kind of just watching us do that. Now fans will get in the middle of it and be like, "Man, you shouldn't even be fucking. Who the fuck are you even asking to battle, motherfucker?" Like, damn, man, I'm just trying to. I just want to fucking get a battle, bro.
Yo, no, yo, Mike. They say yo DNA. First of all, right? This is the crazy part about it. We can just move to the next topic after this. But
Yeah,
he
100.
came every time he came on my show. It was a jab towards me. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Goods is my brother. Goods got a battle lined up with him. I'm not gonna interject to say nothing because I know that's highly more anticipated. So I let
yeah,
that rock. I think I let another one rock. He was battling Sean, but every time I'm bringing him on my show to talk about them, he like, yeah, DNA, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. So
yeah,
after the
yeah.
Goods battle, I'm like, you know what? Let's set it up. Everybody, yo, DNA's chasing Easy. I'm like, he called me out first. I'm just
Right, right.
accept it.
Dude, it's just the
And,
game, man.
and
It's
then
just
and then
how it is,
people in the
bro.
comments like, yo, DNA, man, you out here fishing for a battle. I'm like, well, even if he didn't call me out and I was calling him out, I mean, I am a battle rapper. What should I be fishing for?
Yeah, that's just how it. Yeah, man. It's it's a lot of there's a lot of people that just don't watch the show. You know what I'm saying? They try to put
Yeah,
their hands. They try to put their hands through the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
just watch the show, man.
That's what I said. Just watch the show, get your popcorn, or
Yeah,
don't. I mean, don't watch the movie. But yeah,
yeah. But
man. Like,
if someone has super fans, man, there's nothing you could do. You could literally say that they're a great rapper, and someone will say you're hating for not calling them the greatest.
for
You know
sure,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
That's just how it is.
Um, since you when you wind up battling Chiller? June,
Mm, I don't even know when the fuck I battled Chilla. Probably like a couple months ago. Yeah, something like that.
June, May, something like that. So have you just been
Maybe.
chilling?
Yeah.
Have you just been chilling because you wanted to, or it's just you know what I mean? You haven't things just
I
haven't
mean,
got lined up.
Euro's moving a little slow too, man. There hasn't really been that many events. So I've been on two, and there's only been like four this year.
Yeah,
Um, they were hitting me up for Gnome. You know what I'm saying? But like, I was busy. You feel me? And Smack just kept hitting my line, but. Nah, man. We've been working on a couple battles. We've been working on a couple battles, trying to get the ball rolling on a few of them. So we have a couple cards, couple locations, couple opponents in mind, and Nunn is one of them. So I've just been chilling, man, just enjoying fatherhood and mowing my lawn every 2 months.
can't be mad at that, man. That's sometimes you gotta space away, and I
Yeah.
mean just have that time to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
it's a
sure,
beautiful thing, and I
for
also
sure.
love hosting battles too. So like, it's always good. Even if I'm not on an event, I could at least watch it with the fans. So it's always
Absolutely,
good.
absolutely. Yeah, URL last year it was like right now at this time. Even now we've only been on caffeine at on July 9th.
On July 9th, you
Yeah,
said?
I'm saying like you got to think this time last year was definitely another event on caffeine at least. It was like three events a month. Now we just,
Oh,
I
there was
mean, so
yeah.
they definitely slowed down. I was saying I agree with you. I mean, I was agreeing with you with that. Like it's not as many as events as it
Yeah, it's
was
been a little
last year.
dry. Yeah, it's been a little dry. Hopefully we kick it into high gear towards like the second half of the year, but yeah, man, I can't wait. We'll have some announcements on the way for sure.
Yeah,
That are
for
gonna
sure.
make people mad.
If I could build a battle card, who would be on it? I mean, right now it'd probably be like Summer Madness. So yeah, Mike, let me ask you this before you get off. Your Summer
Right.
Madness dream card, what would it be? Quills, that's a great question. Quillis, that's a great question. What
Oh
would give
God.
me five battles? Yeah,
Wow. Five bat. I mean, damn. I would like to see Daylight and Lux. I it
okay,
just because I'm so fucking tired of hearing about it.
yeah.
Right? Like, just do it. Get it the fuck over with. That would be great. Um, DNA and Easy to Block Captain. Tay Rock and Swamp.
Okay.
Shit, man. I don't even know, bro. Help me.
Um,
Help me.
Surfing JC,
Who?
Surfing JC.
Surf and JC. Yeah. Or JC versus Lux.
Yeah, or
Maybe
JC versus
swap that
Lux.
out because Daylight and Surf is also an option as well because
Yeah,
they've kind of been going back and forth.
yeah, for sure.
Um, and then I don't know, it might be or none. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
a
throw that
banger,
in there.
a banger.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not mad
just
at that. I'm
saying.
not
I'm
mad at
just
that.
saying. Fonz and Nitty, someone said in the chat.
Yeah,
That
Fonz and
would be
Nitty. That's one of the
scary.
ones I want to see too.
That would be scary. Easy and yeah, Briz and Mook. Ugh,
Yo,
you'd see Briz back, man.
if Briz and Moo can happen, that would be that's like a dream battle for me. At this point, I'm
A
fanned
dream
out. I
battle
want to
is
see.
anything involving Briz at this point, man. I'd
Yeah,
like to see him back. The man is literally one of the greatest ever. He's got to come back. He's got to come back at one point. He would have the same momentum coming in at any point now than he would off of an incredible Summer Madness performance. People
a
people
thou,
want to see him.
a thousand percent. Let
Yeah.
me let me ask you this before you leave.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of wrestling? Like wrestling in the past, Attitude Era?
Not really. I used to watch it. I used to watch it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying like that 97, 2002 phase.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
All right, because we got the wrestling podcast. That's what it's based on, like that time. So if you
Okay.
free, we gonna I'll talk to you offline, but we're gonna be we might be near your way next week. So
Oh,
definitely
nice.
let me know. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. He said Real Sick compared himself to Goldberg, right?
yeah. So Saga compared
Yeah.
himself to Chris Jericho. They killed him. You know what I mean? Cortez compared himself to Mr. Perfect and Scott Hall. It was like 50-50. And
Okay.
Sick compared himself to Goldberg, and yeah, they're going crazy on him too.
I would compare myself to Undertaker because I've been in a coffin lately.
Mm. Yo, don't save your answer for what it will be when you get on there, but we'll take that for now. That's hilarious.